Yellowjackets Season 3 barrels towards the final episodes at full speed in Episode 6, Thanksgiving Canada. Now that we're on the other side of the midpoint, Yellowjackets kicks into gear and starts connecting some of the dots laid out in the early episodes. But before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, drop a like and comment on the video, and if you're able, please sign up for channel memberships for exclusive content, which really helps us out. Anyway, back to the wilderness. So, at the end of episode 5, Coach Ben is spared thanks to a vision from the wilderness, and adult Misty and Shauna begin the hunt for Lottie's killer. The body count of Yellowjackets Season 3 is getting high, and episode 6 sees it climb even further, making me wonder who will be left standing. Sophie Thatcher's Nat takes center stage in the wild, and because Thatcher's star is on the rise, the series should keep taking advantage of this. However, even as Yellowjackets tried to give Nat an emotionally resonant arc throughout the episode, it didn't go as far as it could have. There were some gory moments in episode 6, but I haven't felt like anyone's been pushed to their limits in a long time. Thatcher does a decent job working with what she's given, but it's easy to feel like even the actors are losing faith in Yellowjackets. When Callie's first instinct after hearing about Lottie's death is to pull out the tape, it's a little too convenient, especially since I nearly forgot about the tape considering how much time had passed since it was mentioned. Callie is consistently my least favourite character, but this season she's starting to become more like Shauna, which is making me like her more. However, I'm not sure I understand her motivations in this episode. I doubt she really cares about getting to know her mother, so what makes her want to hear the cannibalism firsthand? It's not Melanie Lynskey's fault that Shauna's plotline in the present has her running in circles. The actress is consistently one of the best on the show, but she's being underutilized this season. The same is true for all of the characters in Yellowjackets, to be honest. The series has too many intersecting plot threads and not enough time to dedicate to each of them to convince us to care about them. This makes it easy to forget about tapes and interpersonal moments and lose the thread of where the character development is supposed to be going. Coach Ben's story went in an interesting direction this week, and I genuinely felt a little bit sorry for him. Steven Kruger should have been gracefully written out last season, as his arc felt like a holding pattern Yellowjackets couldn't escape from. Without the winter, Yellowjackets struggle to find conflict and inherent strife in the wilderness now that the girls have become a well-oiled machine of survival. There have been rumblings of dissent, but even the regime change that episode 6 sparks is handled rather peacefully. I've been waiting since Shauna first picked up the knife in the woods for her to take her place as leader, and though the final moments of the episode throw a wrench in this plan, I'm glad we finally got here. However, the neat end to Nat and Ben's moral dilemma in Thanksgiving Canada has only made me more sure that Yellowjackets has lost its sense of clear direction. If all the slapdash and anticlimactic choices Yellowjackets has made this season don't lead up to something big, I'm gonna be disappointed. But I will say, Yellowjackets did something exciting in this episode, which was a surprise for me for the first time all season. While Lottie's death came out of nowhere, this was more annoying than intriguing. However, as interesting as the last-minute narrative turn is, I'm still wondering how Yellowjackets is going to top itself by the end of the season. The series played its cannibalism hand a long time ago and is perpetually on the brink of confirming the supernatural, so I'm wondering what exactly we're waiting for. What could be more horrible and grotesque than what we've already know? Looking forward to next week, I'm intrigued by Thais's narrative in the present, as Yellowjackets has dropped hints that the Tai we know and love might not be driving the bus. Thanksgiving Canada shifted the dynamic between the past and present timelines, making me more compelled by the wilderness story for the first time this season. Though it frustrates me, I appreciate that Yellowjackets takes big swings and tries to keep us guessing, and episode 6 piqued my interest even if it simultaneously confused me.